It's Cleveland Indians baseball. We're at Memorial Stadium in Baltimore as the Indians take on the Baltimore Orioles. It's a rare Saturday night game for the Indians. This is game one of a twilight doubleheader. We'll be broadcasting game one. So, Mission Impossible, My Three Sons, Arnie, and the Mary Tyler Moore Show will be preempted tonight. The Indians only play Saturday night games on occasion on the road. They always play on Saturday afternoons at Cleveland Stadium. Last night, the Indians lost to Baltimore 11-2 after a short two-game winning streak. Vince Colbert will start for the Indians. He's made 8 starts on the year. He's 3-5 with an ERA of 5.76. This is his second start against Baltimore. He's 0-1 with a 10.80 ERA against the Orioles. He'll be opposed by Pat Dobson for Baltimore. He's made 20 starts on the year. He is 12-5 with an ERA of 2.96. This is his third start against Cleveland. He's 1-0 with a 3.94 ERA against the Indians. Right now, Baltimore has 3 pitchers who have won 12 games this year. Pat Dobson, Jim Palmer, and Mike Cuellar. Dave McNally has won 10 games for Baltimore, but he is on the disabled list. It's 89 degrees tonight. Wind speed is 4 miles per hour in from left field. Starting lineup for the Indians will be leading off to center fielder Vada Pinson. Batting second to first baseman Chris Chambliss. Batting third to left fielder Ted Uhlaender. Batting fourth to third baseman Greg Nettles. Batting fifth to catcher Ray Fosse. Batting sixth to shortstop Fred Stanley. Batting seventh to right fielder Roy Foster. Batting eighth to second baseman Eddie Leone. And batting ninth to pitcher Vince Colbert. On defense, the Orioles will have Frank Robinson at first base. Jerry Devannon at second. He's replacing Dave Johnson, who's on the disabled list. Chico Simone at short, giving Mark Belanger a night off. Brooks Robinson at third. Don Buford in left field. Paul Blair in center field. Merv Rettenman in right field. Elrod Hendricks catching, and on the mound, Pat Dobson. Pat Dobson has a record of 12-5 with 1 save, an ERA of 2.96. He has walked 29, struck out 99. He has a whip of under 1. And spoiler alert, Pat Dobson, future member of the Cleveland Indians.
Play ball.
Leading off is Vada Pinson. He's hitting .246 with 6 home runs and 24 runs batted in. Cleveland has won just 2 of their last 10. They had a 12-game losing streak, and then won 2, and then lost last night. First pitch is a curveball, hit the outside corner for strike 1. Too high, ball 1. Fouls it back, strike 2. Deep fly ball, right center. Rettenman going back at the wall, and that is gone. Home run for Vada Pinson. Home run number 7, and the Indians jump out to a 1-0 lead. Here's Chris Chambliss. He's hitting .306, 5 home runs, and 17 runs batted in. The 1-2 pitch. It's a grounder to second. Devannon up with it. Throw to first. 1 out. Here's Ted Uhlaender, the left fielder, hitting .316. No home runs. 22 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch. It's a line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Rettenmund throws it back in. Runner on first. 1 out, and here's Greg Nettles. Nettles is hitting .266. 26 home runs, 72 runs batted in. He leads the majors, actually, in both home runs and RBI. He's hitting just .147 in July.
Ball.
He got off to a hot start. He's cooled off a little bit in July. He's been 5 for 34 in July, and 3 of those 5 hits have been home runs. Foul ball, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Too high, ball 1. Low and just inside, ball 2. Ball 3, nice grab by Hendricks. Nettles works it full. It's a fly ball in the center field. Paul Blair drifting over. He's got it. 2 outs. Here's Ray Fosse hitting .292. 6 home runs and 46 runs batted in. Ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It's a line drive over the shortstop in a left field, base hit. Uhlaender around second, he'll take third. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and here's Fred Stanley. Stanley's hitting .345, 4 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Roy Foster's on deck. That pitch was high, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It's a liner into right field, base hit. Uhlaender scores. Fosse rounds second, he'll take third. It's 2-0 Cleveland. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and here's Roy Foster. He's hitting .227 with 11 home runs and 38 runs batted in. Fastball low and outside, ball 1. It's a grounder through the infield, base hit into right field. Fosse scores. Stanley rounds second. He'll take third. It's 3-0 Cleveland. Runners at the corners, 2 outs, and here's Eddie Leone. He's hitting .299 with 2 home runs and 30 runs batted in. Curveball outside, ball 1. Changeup, that was almost in the dirt, ball 2. It's a grounder to short. Simone tosses to second. And that's all for Cleveland. But they get 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 2 men on base. We go to the bottom of the first. It is Cleveland 3, Baltimore coming to bat. Baltimore's starting lineup will be leading off the left fielder, Don Buford. Batting second, the right fielder, Merv Rettenmund. Batting third, the first baseman, Frank Robinson. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Brooks Robinson. Batting fifth, the catcher, Elrod Hendricks. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Paul Blair. Batting seventh, the second baseman, Jerry Devannon. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Chico Simone. Batting ninth, the pitcher, Pat Dobson. Cleveland on defense has Chris Chambliss at first, Eddie Leone at second, Fred Stanley at shortstop, Greg Nettles at third, Ted Uhlaender in left, Vada Pinson in center, Roy Foster in right, Ray Fosse catching, and on the mound, Vince Colbert. Don Buford leads off. He's hitting .285, 11 home runs, 39 runs batted in. The 2-2 pitch. It's a liner into right field, base hit. Buford's on first, no one out. Here's Merv Rettenman. Hitting .289, 8 home runs, 48 runs batted in. Ball one. Strike one called. High and inside, ball two. There goes Buford. Throw from Fosse. Leone tags him out. Two balls and two strikes on Rettenman. Too high, ball three, full count. Fly ball down the left field line, but that is hooking foul. High and outside, ball four. He has walked 11 batters yesterday. They can keep that under control tonight. Here's Frank Robinson hitting .272, 7 home runs, 29 runs batted in. Brooks Robinson's on deck. Curveball, foul tip. In there below the belt, strike two. Down and tight, ball one. It's a hard grounder to short. Stanley to second for one. To first, double play. 6-4-3 double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, no one left. We go to the second inning. It is Cleveland 3, Baltimore nothing. Vince Colbert leads off for Cleveland. He's hitting .176, no home runs, 1 run batted in. He's 3 for 17. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He chased the pitch out of the strike zone. 1 out. Here's Vada Pinson. He's 1 for 1. He led off the game with a home run. The 0-2 pitch. Change up. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Here's Chris Chambliss. He is 0 for 1. He grounded to second in the first inning. Pops it up on the infield. Devannon calling for it, and he's got it. Nothing across for Cleveland in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Cleveland 3, Baltimore nothing. It'll be Brooks Robinson, Elrod Hendricks, and Paul Blair for the Orioles. Brooks Robinson leads off. He's hitting .294, 10 home runs, and 50 runs batted in. The 1-1 pitch. Fly ball in the left center. Pinson, Uhlaender after it. It's off the wall. Robinson in second with a stand-up double. Says he continues to rip Cleveland pitching. Let's see what he's doing against the Indians. He's hitting .385. 10 for 26 with 10 runs. 6 RBI, 9 walks. Against the Indians. Yeah, I'd say he is the only team he's hitting better against is the Boston Red Sox. Here's Elrod Hendricks. He is hitting .220, 8 home runs, 32 runs batted in. It's a blooper. In the left center, base hit. Pinson's up with it. Throws it back in quickly. Brooks Robinson stops at second, at third. Runners at the corners. No one out. Here is Paul Blair. Sitting 227, 3 home runs, 29 runs batted in. That was almost in the dirt. Ball 1. Grounder right back to the pitcher's mound. Colbert tosses at the first. 1 out. Hendricks takes second. Brooks Robinson holds at third. Here's Jerry Devanna. He's hitting an even 300. No home runs. 5 runs batted in. Blowing outside. Ball 1. Strike 1 called. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 on the curveball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 1 for Vince Colbert. Here it is. Chico Simone, former member of the Cleveland Indians. He's hitting 265. 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Caught the inside corner. Strike 2. At the belt. Strike 3 call. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 2 men left. Colbert pitches himself out of a jam after 2 innings complete. It is Cleveland 3, Baltimore nothing. Ted Uhlaender leads off the third for Cleveland. He is 1 for 1. He's singled in the first. The 1-0 pitch. It's a bouncer to shortstop. Simone up with it to throw to first. 1 out. Here's Greg Nettles. He's 0 for 1. He flied out. First inning. The 0-1 pitch. It's a fly ball into right center. Rettenman to his right. Has it. 2 outs. Here is Ray Fosse. He's 1 for 1. He singled over Simone's head in the first inning. 2-0 pitch. It's liner to right field to Rettenman. Rettenman has to play it on the hop. Base hit for Fosse. Here is Fred Stanley. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. That scored Ted Uhlaender, making it 2-0 Cleveland. Fouls it back. Strike 1. Ball 1. Right down the middle for strike 2. Ball 2. Just off the ground and inside. Ball 3. Ball 4. First walk of the game given up by Dobson. Here is Roy Foster. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. That scored Ray Fosse, making it 3-0 Indians. At the outside corner, strike 1. Roy Foster got off to a slow start in April, but they stuck with him. And he began picking up in May. He's hitting .350 in July. He's 7 for 20 with a home run. It's a fly ball in the right field. Rettenman moving back. He's at the track, and he's got it. 3 outs. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Cleveland 3, Baltimore nothing. Pat Dobson leads off for Baltimore. He is hitting 143, no home runs, 3 runs batted in. I remember an encounter my family had with Pat Dobson at Cleveland Stadium. My brother and I were down by the rail before a game, looking to maybe score some autographs. And Pat Dobson was walking by, probably walking from the bullpen to the dugout. And my dad called out, "Hey, Pat." And Pat Dobson looked over, he walked over, he signed an autograph for myself and my brother. And him and my dad just kind of nodded to each other. And Pat Dobson went back to what he was doing, and we were happy we got an autograph. So I always have fond feeling for Pat Dobson. The 1-1 pitch. It's a grounder to third. Nettles to his left, has it. Throws him out. 1 out. Here's Don Buford. He is 1 for 1. He singled in the first. The 1-1 pitch. It's a bouncer right back to the mound. Colbert throws the first, 2 outs. Here is Merv Rettenman. He walked in the first inning. The 3-2 pitch, changeup. Across the knee, strike 3 call. Strikeout number 3 for Colbert. Nothing across for Baltimore. We played 3 in this evening game at Memorial Stadium. Cleveland leads 3-0. Let's take a look around the leagues. Final in New York at Yankee Stadium. Yankees beat the Red Sox 2-1. Steve Klein got the win. He's 9-5. Here's a spoiler alert. He's a future member of the Cleveland Indians. Roy White hit his 3rd home run for the Yankees. Final in Pittsburgh, the Pirates beat the Braves 7-1. Jerry May hit his 3rd home run for Pittsburgh. Steve Blass got the win. He is 13-4. Which will put him right behind Jim Hunter and Bert Blyleven with 14 wins in the American League. That will tie him with Don Sutton for the lead in wins in the National League. Final at Comiskey Park. White Sox beat the Brewers 9-8. Bill Voss hit his 10th home run for the Brewers. Tom Bradley got the win for the White Sox. He's 10-5. White Sox have been quite a story this year. They finished in last place last year. Chuck Tanner took over as manager with about 10 days left in the season. And the White Sox ownership group has given him a free hand in managing the team, and he has them in 2nd place right now. They're 11 games behind Oakland, but that's if Oakland can continue playing at the pace they've been playing at. Bottom of the 7th in San Diego. Cubs lead the Padres 8-7. Chris Cannizzaro is 3 for 4. Right now it's Phil Reagan against Al Severinsen. And top of the 3rd in Philadelphia, the Phillies lead the Expos 3-0. That is Steve Franco against Rick Wise. Rick Wise, spoiler alert, future member of the Cleveland Indians. Right now, Philadelphia is the only team in the majors that has a worse record than the Indians. He needs to have the worst record in the American League. And the Phillies are right behind them. They have the same amount of losses. They both have 60 losses, but Philadelphia has 1 less win. Cleveland is 27-60 right now. They're 36.5 games behind the league-leading Baltimore Orioles, who are 62-22. Want to double check and see what kind of winning percentage that. They have a winning percentage of .738. Which puts them on a pace to win 120 games. Can they keep up that pace? Who knows? I doubt it, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. In fact, since Earl Weaver took over as manager in 1968, they went 78-84 in his first year as manager. In 1969, they went 118-44, practically at the pace they're playing at now. And last year, they were 102-60. They are easily the best team in the majors right now. Eddie Leone leads off for Cleveland in the fourth. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a force play back in the first. 1-1 pitch. Hits it on the ground to shortstop. Simone up with it. Throw to first. 1 out. Here's Vince Colbert. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the second inning. The 1-1 pitch. It's a bouncer right back to the mound. Dobson's up with it. He has all day, and he tosses the first. 2 outs. Curious about Boo Powell. Yeah, it looks like Boo Powell's injured right now also. I don't think he's in the military. Here's Vada Pinson. He's 1 for 2. He led off the game with a home run in the first, and then he struck out in the second. The 1-1 pitch. Liner down the first base line. That's foul. It's one down the right field line. That's in the corner. That should be extra bases. Pinson's in second with a stand-up double. That's his 15th double of the year. Pinson, he's not hitting with quite the authority that he did last year. But he's still having a decent season. He was expected to be traded. He wants to go back and play on the West Coast, where he's from Oakland. Said he's happy with the Indians, but his family does not like living in Cleveland. And maybe he doesn't either, but doesn't want to say it. Here's Chris Chambliss. He's 0 for 2. He grounded out in the first and popped out in the second. Shallow fly ball into right center. They're converging. There's some confusion. Oh! Blair called for it, but he couldn't make the catch. Looked like it was Redmond's. Blair called for it, but it dropped between them. That's a cheap pitch hit for Chambliss, and Vada Pinson scores all the way from second. It's 4-0 Cleveland. There's Ted Ullander, he's 1 for 2. He singled in the first. Low, ball 1. Grounder up the middle. Devannon to his right. Has it. Throws it first. 3 outs. But Cleveland gets 1 run. 2 hits. No errors. They left 1 on base. Bottom of the 4th. Cleveland 4. Baltimore nothing. Frank Robinson leads off for Baltimore. He's 0 for 1. He grounded into a double play in the first inning. Frank Robinson, I'm sure I don't even have to announce it as a spoiler alert. Future member of the Cleveland Indians, and most memorably, first future manager of the Cleveland Indians. The 3-2 pitch. High and inside, ball 4. Second walk given up by Vince Colbert. Here's Brooks Robinson. He's 1 for 1. He doubled in the second inning. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Inside on the black, strike 2. Inside, ball 1. Pops it up on the infield. Nettles takes charge. And he's got it. 1 out. Here is Elrod Hendricks. He is 1 for 1. He singled in the second inning. 248 against right-handers. Low and inside, ball 1. Shallow fly ball down the right field line. Foster's after it. He's after it, but it's out of play. Strike. It's a grounder, back to the mound. Throws to second for 1. To first, not in time. Look at that again. Frank Robinson, the hard-nosed player that he is, he took Fred Stanley out. And Stanley was not able to get enough on that throw. Here's Paul Blair. He is 0 for 1. He grounded it into he grounded out in the second. He advanced the runner. Ground out to the pitcher. Sorry if I'm getting confused. I'm on some new medication, and I am still getting used to it. Ball 1. Here's the changeup. That caught the outside corner. Strike 1. Low and outside the zone. Strike 2. Ball 2. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Fly ball to right field. Roy Foster's there, and he's got it. 3 outs. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We played 4 in Baltimore. Cleveland 4, Baltimore nothing. Greg Nettles leads off for Cleveland. He is 0 for 2 today. He has a pair of flyouts. Nettles has been slumping in the month of July. 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. 1 out. Here is Ray Fosse, who's 2 for 2. Singled in the first and singled in the third. 2-2 pitch. Curveball. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Dobson. And here's Fred Stanley. He's 1 for 1. He singled in the first. That scored Ted Ullander, and he walked in the third. The 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Dobson strikes out the side. Nothing across in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It is 4-0 Cleveland. It'll be Jerry Devannon, Chico Simone, and Pat Dobson. Devannon is 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. Fastball. It's a grounder into left field, base hit. That's the fourth hit of the game for Baltimore. Here's Chico Simone. He's 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. Fastball below the belt, strike one. It's a grounder to third. Nettles to his left. To second for one. To first. Double play. 5-4-3 double play. And here is Pat Dobson. He's 0 for 1. He grounded up to third in the third inning. First pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Stanley's up with it. To throw to first. He's out. No runs, one hit, no errors, no one left. We played 5. It's an official game here in Baltimore. Cleveland 4, Baltimore nothing. Roy Foster leads off the sixth. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the first. That scored Ray Fosse and made it 3-0 Cleveland. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball. It's a base hit into center field. Foster rounds first. He's going for second. He slides. He is safe. That is his 13th double of the year. Here's Eddie Leon, who's 0 for 2. He has a pair of groundouts. Ball one. Inside, it gets past Hendricks, and that's a wild pitch. Foster takes third. Run around third. No one out. The 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Grounder third. Brooks Robinson has it. The throw to first. One out. Foster scores on that ground out. It's 5-0 Cleveland. Here's Vince Colbert. He's 0 for 2. He struck out in the second. He grounded to the pitcher in the fourth. The 0-2 pitch. It's grounder to third. Robinson to his left has it. He has plenty of time. Throw to first. 2 outs. Here's Vada Pinson. He's 2 for 3. He led off the game with a home run in the first. Struck out in the second, and he doubled in the fourth. The 0-1 pitch. It's liner in center field, right at Blair. Blair dives, and he's got it. 3 outs. He robbed Pinson of a hit. Great play number 26 for Paul Blair, as opposed to 2 poor plays. He has runs saved 17. He has made 2 errors on the season, a fielding average of .991. But the Indians get 1 run. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. No one left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Cleveland 5, Baltimore nothing. Don Buford leads off. Top of the order for Baltimore. 1 for 2. He singled in the first. Merv Retman's on deck. The 1-1 pitch. It's a high chopper to short. Stanley up with it. Throw to first. Bang, bang, play. Buford beat it out. Buford took a bit of an off-balance swing, but he's on first with a single. Here's Merv Rettenman. He is 0 for 1 today. He walked in the first and struck out in the third. Below the knees, inside, ball 1. Throw to first, Buford's back. The 1-0 pitch. Caught the inside corner, strike 1. Fastball high, ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 2. It's a fly ball down the left field line, but that is hooking foul.
Ball.
2-2 pitch. Base hit in the left field. Buford rounds second. He'll take third. Runners at the corner. No one out. Here is Frank Robinson. He's 0 for 1. Grounded into a double play, and he walked. Foul tip, strike 1. High and outside, ball 1. Way off the plate, ball 2. Ball 3, 3 balls, 1 strike. It's a liner to third, but it's right at Nettles. 1 out. Buford and Rettenman each have plenty of time to get back to their respective bases. Here is Brooks Robinson. He is 1 for 2. He doubled back in the second inning. 1 out. Runners at the corners. Curveball outside, ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Grounder down the third base line. That's foul.
Ball.
It's a fly ball in the left field. Eulander drifting over to his left. He has it. Buford tags. And Eulander throws to the cutoff man. It's 5-1 Cleveland. Here is Elrod Hendricks. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the second and he grounded into a force play in the fourth. It's a fly ball in the center field. Pinson coming in. And he's got it. 3 outs. But the Orioles get 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They left 1 man on base. We played 6 in Baltimore. It is Cleveland 5, Baltimore 1. Cleveland has 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. They've left 5 men on base. Baltimore has 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. They've left 4 men on base. Cleveland scored 3 in the first. Pinson led off the game with a home run. Then with 1 out, Eulander singled. Nettles flied out to make it 2 outs. Fosse lined a single over to shortstop. That moved Ted Eulander to third. Stanley singled. That scored Eulander. And then Roy Foster singled. That scored Fosse, making it 3-0. And he had scored another run in the fourth. With 2 outs, Pinson doubled into right field. Chambliss hit a single into right center. Pinson scored on that. If you recall, there was some confusion among the Orioles' defense. And then in the 6th inning, Roy Foster led off with a double. Took third on a wild pitch, and Eddie Leone grounded out to third, and Foster scored. That made it 5-0. At the bottom of the 6th, Buford legged out an infield single. He took third on Rettenman's single. Frank Robinson lined out, and then Brooks Robinson hit a sacrifice fly that scored Buford, and it's made it 5-1. Chris Chambliss leads off the 7th inning for Cleveland. He is 1 for 3. He singled in the fourth. That scored Veda Pinson. 2-2 pitch. It's a grounder to second. Devannon is up with it to throw to first. 1 out. Here is Ted Uhlaender. He's 1 for 3. He singled in the first. 3-1 pitch. Check the swing. They appeal. Nope. Ball 4. Here's Greg Nettles. He's 0 for 3. He might be looking for his first hit of the series. Yes, he was hitless last night, too. So he is looking for his first hit of this series. Curveball. He hits a blooper into right field. Base hit. Uhlaender stops at second. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Here is Ray Fosse, who's 2 for 3. He singled in the first, singled in the third, struck out in the fifth. He needs to have 10 hits so far today. Breaking ball. Ball 1. About the outside corner. Strike 1. It's a grounder through the infield into left field. Base hit. Uhlaender holds at third. Bases are loaded. 1 out. That's Fosse's third hit of the game. And here's Fred Stanley. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, driving in a run. He walked in the third, and he struck out in the fifth. He's got a chance to break this game wide open here. Breaking ball. Low and away. Ball 1. Break 1 called. Fouls it back. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. It's a grounder to third. Robinson to second for 1. To first. Not in time. Uhlaender scores. It's 6-1 Cleveland. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. And here is Roy Foster. He's 2 for 3. He singled in the first, scoring Ray Fosse, and he doubled in the sixth. Fastball. Stanley going for second. The throw. He's safe. That's his second stolen base of the year. That pitch was a strike. No balls. 1 strike. 2 runners in scoring position. The 0-1 pitch. Fly ball in the left field. Buford going back. He's at the wall. And he's got it. 3 outs. But the Indians get 1 run. 2 hits, no errors. They left 2 on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It is Cleveland 6, Baltimore 1. Look around the league again. Final in Oakland. The Angels beat the A's 5-4. Del Bando hit his 16th home run for Oakland. Clyde Wright got the win. He is 10-9. We are hearing reports out of California that Tony Conigliaro abruptly retired today. They haven't been confirmed yet, but they probably will be confirmed either way in time for tomorrow morning's Plain Dealer. That really did happen. That would be the second such retirement following Ken Harrelson's abrupt retirement from the Indians. Final in San Diego, the Padres came back and beat the Cubs 9-8. Ron Santo went 3 for 5. He had a grand slam in that game. Danny Combs got the win. He's 2-2. Phil the Vulture Regan took the loss. He's 1-4. Top of the 9th in Philadelphia, the Phillies lead Expos 5-1. Roger Freed Hard-hitting rookie with the Phillies hit his third home run. That is Claude Raymond against Rick Wise. Top of the sixth in Cincinnati, the Mets and Reds are tied at 3. Don Clendenon hit his 8th home run. That is Gary Gentry against Don Gullett. And top of the second in St. Louis, the Astros and Cardinals tied at 1. That is Ken Forsch against Jerry Royce. And the top of the 7th in Washington, the Senators lead the Tigers 2-1. Del Unser hit his 8th home run for Washington. That is Joe Niekro against rookie phenom out of Dartmouth, Pete Broberg. Pete Broberg is already 3-0. He was first pick in the draft. He came right up to the Senators, just like Steve Dunning did with the Indians last season. And Del Unser, spoiler alert, future member of the Cleveland Indians. Bottom of the 7th at Memorial Stadium. Paul Blair leads off. He's over 2. The 2-2 pitch. Caught the inside corner. Strike 3 called. Strikeout number 4 for Vince Colbert. Here is Jerry Devannon. He is 1 for 2. He singled in the 5th. 3-2 pitch. It's a little fly ball on the left. Stanley going out. Eulander coming in. And Eulander has it. 2 outs. Here's Chico Simone. He is 0 for 2. The 1-2 pitch. Here's a shallow fly ball in the left field. Eulander coming in. And he's got it. 3 outs. 3 up, 3 down for Baltimore. We go to the 8th inning. Cleveland 6, Baltimore 1. Eddie Leone leads off for Cleveland. He is 0 for 3 today. The first pitch. It's a grounder to third. Robinson throws the first. 1 out. Here's the pitcher, Vince Colbert. He is 0 for 3. The 0-2 pitch. Check this swing. Called strike 3. Strikeout number 6 for Pat Dobson. Here's Vada Pinson, who is 2 for 4. He led off the game with a home run, and he doubled in the 4th. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nothing across for Cleveland in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Cleveland 6, Baltimore 1. That was strikeout number 7 for Pat Dobson. Colbert appears strong. There is nothing I would love to see more than a starter going late into the game or even pitch a complete game on the first game of a doubleheader. Dobson is the leadoff hitter, but I believe they'll call him back for a pinch hitter. Yep, Tom Chopay pinch hitting for Pat Dobson. Chopay is hitting .296, no home runs, 5 runs batted in. He's hitting .250 with 4 RBIs as a pinch hitter. The 1-0 pitch. It's a bouncer right back to the mound. Colbert to first, 1 out. Here is Don Buford. He's 2 for 3. He singled in the 1st and singled in the 6th. The 0-2 pitch. It's a deep fly ball into right center. Foster going back at the wall. That's gone. Home run number 12 for Don Buford. It's 6-2 Cleveland. Here's Merv Rettenmund. He is 1 for 2. He walked, he struck out, and he singled. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's a grounder to first. Chambliss takes it himself. 2 outs. Here It's Frank Robinson. He's 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play. He walked and he lined out. The 0-2 pitch. Base hit in the left field. Keeps the inning alive. Here is Brooks Robinson. He is 1 for 2. He doubled in the second. He popped out in the fourth. And he flied out in the sixth. That was a sacrifice fly, scoring Don Buford with the first run of the game. Breaking ball. Base hit in the center field. Greg Robinson rounds third, or rounds second. The Robinsons are at the corner. 2 outs. Elrod Hendricks is up. He is 1 for 3. He singled in the second. Ball 1. Low and away. Ball 2. Check the swing. That's called strike 1. Ball 3. Count is 3-1. It's a liner. Shortstop. Stanley leaps and makes the catch. What a play by Fred Stanley. Baltimore had 1 run. 3 hits. No errors. 2 left. We go to the 9th inning. It is Cleveland 6, Baltimore 2. Dave Lenhart is coming in a pitch. He is making his first appearance of the year. He was called up today. Fastball pitcher tends to keep it low. Chris Chambliss leads off. He is 1 for 4. He singled in the fourth. That scored Veda Pinson. Here's the first pitch. Base hit in the left field. Here's Ted Ullander. He's 1 for 3. He singled in the first, and he walked in the 7th. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Strike 1. Below the knees, inside. Ball 1. It's a line drive. Over first, center right field, base hit. That's in the corner. Chambliss rounds third. He'll score. Ullander going for third. He slides. He is safe with a triple. That's his second triple of the year. He is 7-2 Cleveland. Here is Greg Nettles. He is 1 for 4. He singled in the 7th. Ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It's a grounder to second. Devan ends up with it. Go to first. 1 out. Ullander scores on the ground out. It's 8-2. Here is Ray Fosse. He's 3 for 4. Single in the first, singled in the third. Struck out in the 5th and singled in the 7th. The 1-2 pitch. Base hit into center field. That's his 4th hit of the game. Here is Fred Stanley. He's 1 for 3. He singled in the first, driving in a run. He walked in the third. He struck out in the fifth, and he grounded the third in the seventh. That scored a run. So he has 2 RBIs today. It's a grounder to short. Simone to second for 1. Go to first, not in time. Here's Roy Foster. He's 2 for 4. Singled in the first, driving in a run, and he doubled in the sixth. Low and outside, ball 1. Grounder to third. Brooks Robinson to second. 3 outs. But Cleveland gets 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. They left 1 on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It is Cleveland 8, Baltimore 2. Colbert comes out for the 9th inning. Paul Blair leads off. He is 0 for 3. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. And he draws a walk. Here is Jerry Devan. He is 1 for 3. Singled in the 5th. Here's some chin music. Ball 1. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Way off the plate. Ball 2. He looks at strike 2. Up and in. Ball 3. Full count. It's grounder to third. Nettles to second. Go to first. Not in time. 1 out. Here's Chico Simone. He is 0 for 3 today. Ball 1. Up and tight. Ball 2. High. Ball 3. Ball 4. Fosse is barking at the umpire. Steve Migori will get up and warm up for the Indians. Runners on first and second. 1 out. And Clay Dalrymple will pitch in. Dalrymple's hitting .333, no home runs, 2 runs batted in. He's 2 for 6 as a pinch hitter. Fastball, too high, ball 1. Ball 2. Too high, ball 3. Ball 4. Comes Alvin Darling. That'll be all for Vince Colbert. He pitched a great game today. Till he tired in the 9th inning. Coming in to pitch is Steve Migori. Migori's making his 26th appearance of the year. He is 1-1, 5 saves, an ERA of 5.5. He's walked 6. He has struck out 16. Here's Don Buford. He is 3 for 4 today. He singled in the first, grounded out in the third, singled in the 6th, and hit a solo home run in the 8th. Swing and a miss, strike 1. High and inside, ball 1. Low, ball 2. That was high, ball 3. 2 call, just below the belt. Full count. Up and away, ball 4. That'll force in a run. Jerry Devannon scores. It is 8-3. Here is Mert Rettenman. He is 1 for 3. He singled in the 8th. He also walked in the first. He has 1 grand slam on the season. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Down and outside, ball 1. Hits hard to shortstop. Second. There'll be no throw to first. Buford took out Stanley and Simone scores. It's 8-4 ball, Cleveland. Here's Frank Robinson. He's 1 for 3. He singled last time up in the 8th inning. Bird ball, inside, ball 1. Low and outside, ball 2. Strike 1 called. Too high, ball 3. Fouls it back. Fosse to the wall, but it's out of play. Payoff pitch. It's a grounder to third. Nettles dives. Throw to second. That's the ball game. Cleveland wins 8-4. 8 runs, 14 hits, no errors for Cleveland. They left 8 men on base. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Baltimore. They left 8 men on base. Vince Colbert, what a game. He pitched. He takes the win. He is 4 and 5. Pitched 8 1/3 innings, gave up 9 hits, 4 runs. 2 of those were in the 9th after he got tired. Gave up 1 home run. He walked 5. He struck out 4. But if he could pitch like that on a consistent level, he's 4 and 5. Pat Dobson takes the loss. He's 12 and 6. He pitched 8 innings. He gave up 11 hits and 6 runs. He gave up a home run. He walked 2. He struck out 7. Star of the game, Vada Pinson. He went 2 for 5. He led off the game with a home run. He had a double. Ted Uhlaender was 2 for 4 with a triple. Ray Fosse was 4 for 5. On the Orioles side of the ledger, Don Buford was 3 for 4 with a home run. He drove in 2. Scored the first 2 runs for Baltimore. Boy, after last night's debacle, game 1 of this doubleheader was a real palate cleanser. This is the kind of season I was expecting from Vince Colbert. And I would have taken him out earlier. Except 1, it's game 1 of a doubleheader. And 2, the Indians' bullpen is really gassed right now. They need the All-Star break bad. But once again, from Memorial Stadium, final score. Cleveland beats the Major League best Baltimore Orioles 8-4. Hope you enjoyed this game. I know I did. And thank you for watching.